As you drive down Mayport Road, you'll notice something is missing, a grocery store. Other than the Mayport Naval Station Commissary, which provides groceries to military members and their families, there is not another store, making shopping difficult without reliable transportation.
There's not a lot of options.
Lisa Stelzer calls the 3-mile bike ride from the Mayport RV park to the commissary a trek. She buys most of her groceries at the commissary, but says one necessity is hard to find.
Water is hard to come by if you're buying bottled water.
Stelzer says the next closest grocery store is not bikeable. Atlantic Beach Mayor Curtis Ford agrees Mayport Road is a food desert and says city officials are aware of the need for more grocers.
If you are all the way to the north on Mayport Road, you're 4 or 5 miles from groceries. If you are on the south end of Mayport Road, close to Atlantic Boulevard, you're less than a mile away.
Up until a few weeks ago, Terry's Country Store, a small local grocer, provided service to the area. But since its closure, Ford says there is no place to buy fresh meats or produce.
Maybe a Winn-Dixie or a Harvey's, probably a Publix.
Chain grocery stores are aware of the need on Mayport Road, but Ford says multiple factors determine a store's location. Plus, the commissary would be a competitor.
A smaller grocer like Aldi's would require about 20,000 square feet, perhaps 3 acres of land, and would ideally like to be located at an intersection. Where on Mayport Road do we have availability of that? We do not. So it would require somebody actually coming in and cobbling together multiple properties, which may already be improved, and that means you've got tenant displacement. So the solution for bringing a grocery to Mayport Road is going to be a daunting issue.
Ford says there is not an immediate solution, but is encouraging an open conversation in discussing all options available to Mayport Road. He says so far there has not been any interest in turning Terry's into another small grocery store. In Atlantic Beach, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News, on your side.